Hey guys, I hope everybody is having a good day. Like I said, I'm gonna start posting more videos. The reason I don't have this, like the whole view, is because I don't have a shirt on, it's too hot, but I thought that this was a pretty important video to do because there's not, there's only there's not really any videos like this out there. Sorry, that is an annoying view though, but there's not any other videos out there like this. There's one, but it's not even of the same generic product, it's of a different product. Versus the Atmos. The Atmos kiln. And this one is the best in my opinion. But here's the generic, the $7, $8 ones, that come in the clear red, the camo, them ones. So you could get this on eBay for $16, and they're both donut coils, but the difference is in one, the heating element on this, when it lights up and heats up, it's jagged. They're jagged instead of like just half moons on each side. And two, the airflow is a lot more, way more restricted on this. So way more restricted, and this one you can tell is just gonna hold up, but I'm trying to get a new one because this one is giving me issues, and it shouldn't be, because I do have the Suburb Dry Blast by MIG Vapor, and then the MIG Vapor Brain Fogger, which I already broke the glass mouthpiece, so I need to replace that, which I'm an idiot for. It's just, it was on this bigger box mod and it just fell off, so obviously I was thankfully able to tape it until I could buy a replacement, but never thought that I would have to replace it. But I'm gonna have to buy a replacement mouthpiece because I want it to be how it should be, So, but until then, I should have had the rubber band thing that comes with it around the glass, and it might not have broken. So I'm trying to get a new Atmos because, like I said, this Atmos kiln is giving me issues with heating, but this one, I'll show you the difference, and like I said, the biggest difference is that airflow, and just that you have to actually they're both the same coils. The heating element on one of them is, instead of two half moons, two jagged pieces, but the biggest difference is the airflow, and on the generic one it's so much tighter, and you have the experience. Like, you don't get as good a hit. One, it's not it's not as consistent, nearly as consistent, because you have to really pull to get your hits, so it doesn't really conserve your wax. The Atmos kiln you can sit there and puff on. And this dab, actually, you know what? I should put it in here, but it's just the perfect size dab for the MIG Vapor. It really is. It's probably not going to be a huge hit, but figure do since I took the little piece, who cares? And I love the brain fogger. Like, the brain fogger by far gets you the highest out of anything. But the other big, huge thing is the Atmos kiln has the best flavor out of any atomizer. So, I feel so bad, like, that happened. But it's just such a better eye than dual quartz. Everything. And that was the smallest dab. But the high you get off of it compared to using, oh my god, like it just wrecks you. I already feel it. I'm so wrecked. Higher than I would be if I used a dual quartz. That's why I did that quick. Just so that I could get a high going. But, whew, that wrecked me, and that was the smallest little piece. Like, I'm ripped from that. I'm just so glad, like, that right now the Atmos kiln is firing. Because, like, for real, it could just stop working. But that's just, I guess, like, I wouldn't say anything about, that's not the product. It's the company that I got it from. Which, until they figure out what they want to do about this situation, I just, I don't want to mention the name because it's not the product, it's not Atmos' fault, it's the company who's selling the Atmos product, and it's not Atmos. So I'll put a nice little bit in the generic one, but I'm so psyched just to have my Atmos kiln like working. Oh yeah, and I got new cat. But many people might not like it, but it is a corn snake. It is a very beautiful corn snake. Sorry, I was slouching back there. It's just this couch is fucked up. I'm actually in the process of getting a new one because it got broke. So this is gonna be the generic test of these ones you see on eBay, the camouflage ones, the clear red and black ones, like, you know, all of them. Sorry, I have like this crazy issue. Look at that, sticking out. Oh, that hurts so bad, so I really gotta sit up to get that uncramped. But here's the generic. Like I said, you'll see the difference in the Atmos kiln. Best, like the highest and the hardest hitting one, even better than a nail, is going to be the brain fogger. But the one I would recommend second would be the kiln. Or even if you're saving up for the brain fogger, I like the kiln better than the dual quartz. Like, it gets me higher just because you could puff on it. And if you could put a half a dab in and get 2 hits. So you put a dab in, you can almost get 4 hits. Like, it takes a little bit to get started, but once it gets under that ring, you start getting rips that make you cough. And what's crazy is the flavor on that is nuts. It's not like this. And the airflow is so much better. Like, oh, I just miss it, and I can't wait. Like, see, this one takes a while, like, definitely longer to get going. But it does, when it starts, it does work. It's just, the flavor isn't there, the airflow isn't there. You gotta pull to get your hits. That one, you literally could just let it build up in your mouth. So I could get like more hits off of that, but they're just not satisfying, and they're not doing what they're supposed to do. Like, they're not making me cough, even getting me close. But I mean, it's a ceramic donut that works, but this thing looks so much exactly like it, but works so different. Like, it, I'm stupid. I shouldn't have did that, because now I gotta let it, like, cool down. But, oh, I'm so glad. This isn't actually my, it's not the kiln. Like, I'd love to say, yeah, I got mine working, but it's a friend. He let me use it for this video. Because he knows that I own one. It just doesn't work right now. So I'm trying to get the company to send a working one out. Like, even if they have to test it first, just send one that works out. But I just really don't want to give the kiln, like, give it a bad rap or put that on it, because that's not its fault. But it's definitely going to be getting a generous, nice dab, because I missed it. And I appreciate, shout out to my friend for letting me borrow this, for real. Shout out so much. Like, I appreciate it so much. Because there's such and even he said, like, damn. And it's the truth. I honestly, like, barely used the other donut coil because of how bad it was. because it was wasting my wax. This one you just puff on, like it's crazy. Like look at that. I missed it so much. Like it works so good. This is something like that. If you're with a friend, instead of taking dabs, that this is a better uh, way to smoke your wax, because you could put what I just showed you in and just puff on this thing. That was loaded. It actually got loaded like right at the end there when my lungs were filled. But you could see once it actually starts like gets under that coil or that donut, now it's just gonna keep ripping like that, and you'll get like 3 more rips, 3 more rips like that, possibly a fourth hit, but 2 to 3 more rips like that you'll get. So, and I already got one, so that was my second. That was my really good rip, but second good rip. And no restriction, like the airflow is so good, I love it. And like the Atmos kiln and the MIG Vapor are the only 2 I'd recommend for smoking wax. Like, I don't know. And I hate donut coils, especially like on pens, but this literally is the best app, one of the best. The other being the MIG Vapor, but this is literally tied with the MIG Vapor for how great for wax it is, and like conserving it, the taste, the high, like, whew. Like this is, see, like, you weren't seeing shit off of that other one because it wasn't giving me hits. Plus the airflow is, that's the airflow, like, and it just, there's probably a lot of leftover wax. Like I said, it looks literally the same. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of wax in the middle. That's ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. Because it does look the same. And it has the same 2 air holes even. But, definitely does not work the same. You could tell the difference at the top. Plus, the Atmos has the A on it, and then it has kiln on the bottom, so you know that they're both, and you could tell the difference. This one's more flavored. That one tastes rubbery when you're smoking. This one is like really good, made out of whatever, really well. You don't get no flavor like that, just pure, the best wax flavor. And you get such nice, like, yeah, usually, like, most people would be choking or coughing. My friend would be, but usually I'm not a cougher, but I am holding it back, but you get such big hits, but they're so smooth too, compared to like a dual quartz, or like a nail, which the dual quartz is like the closest thing hard hitting wise I could compare it to the MIG Vapor, but the MIG Vapor hits like hard, like almost that hard, but you just get so wrecked off of it. That's the only reason it's first, is because you get like you get more wrecked off of the brain fogger. It just wrecks your mind. This gives you such a good high, like way better than any pen or dual quartz. It's just the brain fogger like fucking wrecks your shit. This gets you ripped. And like not wreck your shit, make you go to sleep way. And I showed you what I put in it. So like this isn't there's pretty much like a hit or two left, but it's so good, and the feeling is so good. Because if I don't get another one or save up for one, I'm just gonna buy this off my friend. It felt so long, but I'm just so high. It's just so good. Like, it's so good. And these generic knockoffs are so bad. Like, you could just tell. I don't know. And that one tastes like rubber when you're smoke in it, so it's probably not good. And they say, 10 to 15 mods, but I am using it on 23.7. So you just have to pulse it. You can't just burn it. So last it. Atmos kiln, $15 on eBay. And brain fogger that really wrecks you. But Atmos kiln, those are the only two I'd recommend for wax. But I would recommend both of them. Like, this one is gonna get you higher and still conserve just as much wax. But this one, like, it's just so nice, and it gets you far, it gets you ripped. So these two get you the highest. This one gets you like higher. It fucks you up, but this one gets you higher than a dual quartz or any of that. So that should let you know, like, this one gets you higher than any of the pens out there. So this one just gets you higher than this, which is on a whole different level. This is on a different level than the pens. This gets you higher. So I would get one. Like, I'm buying one for $16 off of eBay. I love it. I think it works the best. So just wanted to show you that, and now I will probably, well, this thing could go away. Like, literally, the only thing you need is, for wax, is the brain fogger and the Atmos kiln, and then for bud, the suburb black. So all you need is these three in a box mod. So, like, I don't know. The Atmos kiln gets you just as high. It's just like a more chill, longer experience. The brain fogger gets you so fucked up, and it's a quicker experience, and it hits harder, but it still conserves wax more than any, like, dual quartz, anything. Ceramic pens, because these things are just, the kiln kills any ceramic pen, and so does the brain fogger, because they're ceramic. But just get yourself a mod. You could even use the Target Mini, this little thing, take it out in public. It's mad discreet, but yeah, the Atmos kiln blows all the other ceramic donut coils away, in my opinion. And the brain fogger really does the job. Like, I'll probably smoke bud first and then hit this. But this is always staying on its side from now on. But peace out, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and like it, and subscribe if you want to. If you don't, then that's cool too. But peace out.